Next stop on our nomadic journey,
MCU films.
Ranked.
Hey there, Nomads of Lore. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jonathan.
And together we are Mead and Mischief, your home away from no home. As we implied in our intro, we're going to be talking about the MCU films. It's going to be liable to be a fairly quick video. We're going to go through all of the MCU films and we're going to rank them. Let us know in the comments where you agree and disagree. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on your way.
That's right.
So without further ado, let's jump right in.
All right. So let's get started.
Yeah.
So Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I don't know why that's at the beginning, but it's a good one to start with. So
I don't know.
I would say that this one definitely ranks pretty low for me. It's not as good as the original.
Not as good as the first Ant-Man.
Yeah, just because he played such a minor role in it.
Yeah.
I know it was both of them kind of being, but it just... I don't know.
I thought there was some memorable. The whole building thing was interesting. I agree that it's not as good. Like the shrinking bit, the lab thing. All that was pretty cool. I think it's going to be cool. I think Ant-Man is going to be really interesting moving forward. I do think this one it's lower than the first Ant-Man. I would put this in the middle of the road in our Hawkeye's bow tier, or maybe even low. Okay. Go with the ankle monitor thing.
All right, let's start at an ankle monitor.
That's It's not terrible. It's not. Yeah. It's not a real crappy one.
So next, let's go into Ant-Man. Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
It's fun. It was really fun.
That's why it's in alphabetical order.
Makes more sense. Or less.
Yeah. All right.
All right. We didn't make this list.
Nope.
We cheated. So Ant-Man is on the more family-friendly side, I think, overall. It's definitely family-oriented. The bad guy is as crappy as most Marvel bad guys. It's like all the Marvel movies, it's the hero, but bad. I mean,
rank
middle
it
of the road.
Yeah,
it's one of those two is probably good.
There. All right. Age of Ultron.
I think Age of Ultron is extremely underrated.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know that it is probably my least favorite Avengers film. I think. I don't know. It's the problem with, I think the biggest problem with Age of Ultron is it's too much to fit in a single film. I mean, they're taking a multi-comic, multi-issue, huge spanning event
story.
and condensing it into a single thing. And so, I mean, and even, I don't know, it's got some interesting stuff. I've never liked Quicksilver as a character, either in the films or the comics, to be honest. He's all right. I prefer DC's version myself of the Flash, but I don't know. I would say probably ankle monitor tier or Hawkeye. It's one of the mid.
One of these two.
Yeah, I would think.
We'll start it there. We'll see what happens. Maybe go back and re-rank some things. All right. So Infinity War.
Infinity War is really high.
This is probably my favorite. I when it came out, this was my favorite of, what was it, 2018 or 2019 that it came out?
Sure. I don't know. I don't know.
Whatever year it was, I was like, this is the movie of the year. Mm-hmm. I loved the ending. Because you don't, I think I even said this in one of our videos, you don't get to see the bad guy win very much.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
And so that finish, I mean, of course we knew that it was all going to get fixed in the next movie, but it was just such a cool ending. Mm-hmm. Lots of good story in there.
I'd say it's top tier. I mean, I think it's really good. It's absolutely really, really good. I actually do think it's better than Endgame, which
for sure.
But it's although Endgame is really good, I did like it. The time heist shenanigans and which we're seeing repercussions from now, and Loki and all that stuff, and Yeah, it's good.
All right, so Black Panther.
Black Panther is the most overrated MCU film. I said it on camera on purpose, and it absolutely is. Now, having said that, disclaimer, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a really solid.
When he says overrated, it's because it got so much
hype.
Publicity and hype when it came out.
And
I'm not saying it's not a good movie. It is really good. It's just Are we getting?
No,
you're just making sure that we were getting audio still.
Yeah, I saw something change and
gotcha.
Yeah. It's really good. I would say it's at least middle of the road, maybe even second tier. I would say one of these two. Yeah, I agree.
I enjoyed it more than Ant-Man. I'd have to say that. So I'll stick it there for now.
Yeah.
And if we want to move some things around later, maybe pull this down. And
sure.
I don't know that we have. We may should have, but.
Well, I know what.
Okay.
I know what. Well, I know what a lot of people would put down there, which when we get there, we'll talk about it.
All right. So which Captain America is that? Is that the first one?
The first Avenger. Yeah. So that one was really good. I liked it quite a bit. It was a good character intro. Peggy Carter's really great. It's not as good as Winter Soldier. Not even close.
No. It was definitely my least, which is funny because normally the first, at least for the rest of them, normally the first one, like first Iron Man for me is the best. And again, with Ant-Man, first Ant-Man for me was the best. But for Captain America, I agree. I did not like. I mean, it was a fine movie, but there was just.
I think it just really it's funny because it's all of these characters have origin stories except Spider-Man actually. It was the most origin story-y. Cap had an amazing arc throughout all the films. Like he had there was all kinds of really interesting, which makes some of the Cap fighting Cap very interesting at the and funny and whatever. But it was very just introduced to the character.
Yep.
It also gave us Peggy Carter, which if you've not seen Agent Carter the show, it's totally worth it.
So you think there or Hawkeye somewhere in here? That's what I was thinking.
I would say middle of the road personally, but I think I like it more than you did.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Winter Soldier is very good. It's really good. It's the second tier probably. I don't know. It's definitely, and it's not as good as Infinity War, mostly because the villain. Zemo is not a. He's not that great of a villain.
Yeah.
And he's downright idiotic in, what is this show? You didn't even watch it yet. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Waste of space. But, whatever.
All right, so.
Captain Marvel, in my opinion, I said Black Panther is one of the most overrated. I think Captain Marvel is one of the most underrated Marvel films. I know a lot of people, for whatever reason, hated it.
Honestly, I think that is the reason that I don't dislike the film. I dislike the actress, and I think that's why the film got so much hate is because of that actress.
Well, and
maybe that was prior to.
I think that's part of it. I think that is part of it. I think it's also a female-led film that isn't Black Widow, and that isn't I think which I don't understand people's love of Black Widow so much. I mean, Scarlett Johansson's awesome.
Yeah.
But she's a decent actress.
Yeah.
But I've never really understand why people lose their ever-loving minds over Black Widow and just I don't know.
It is funny to me because Black Widow's kind of story is very similar to a lot of other stories, not in the MCU, but in that have been done in movies. That kind of spy thriller thing that's been done over and over and over. Different. Angelina Jolie's played in a couple. There's been a ton. I think even Scarlett Johansson's played in a couple other ones. So I definitely agree that's been kind of overplayed, and I'd still love to see one. I don't know that they're going to do Black Widow movie.
Yeah, it's coming out.
It is with her, or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then
how have you not been following on?
I don't know.
It's going to be rated R.
These things.
It's got
so it might be good.
His face. It's got Hopper.
That's right. I do remember.
David Harbour.
We had this conversation actually.
That may be true.
All right, so
I I'd say it probably goes on the same tier as Captain America. I liked it better than Captain. I would say it goes.
Okay, so put it at the front.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked. I mean, the story is fairly generic. You know, get knocked down and get back up. But you know, I enjoyed that scene. But watching somebody kind of make fun of it on another YouTube video, it is kind of a comical. No, she's gonna just keep getting back up. You know, when you take a step back and look at, I mean, none of these films are like, I mean, even Infinity War and Endgame, although they're closer, none of these are like highbrow cinema. I mean, they're all in just for fun entertainment stuff. But anyway, I liked it. All right, Civil War. I didn't like Civil War as much, but the problem with that is I watched it at the wrong time. I watched Civil War before I watched Age of Ultron and another couple of things, and so I didn't know what the heck was going on. I didn't know who Vision was, and I didn't know. And so
you watched them out of order.
Yeah, I watched, and so I like it better now. I don't know. I don't think it's as good as Winter Soldier myself.
No, I definitely think it goes in the middle tier, or. Maybe, yeah, I think middle tier. I think it's not even as good as Captain America.
Yeah, I agree with that personally. But, I mean, the whole Civil War thing in the film is felt a little forced and whatever. I don't know. It's, again, just like Age of Ultron, maybe not quite as bad because it's got a better villain because they are each other's villain. I mean, I know Zemo. Did I say Zemo? And what did I say Zemo was in? When he's in this one.
I don't know what you said. I just realized that you did that.
I don't know. I don't know. Whatever it was, the villain is I totally lost myself.
Talking about Captain
It's
America.
fine. Leave it there. I don't know.
Let's go on. So we got
Doctor Strange. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for Multiverse of Madness.
Cumberbatch.
I like the more fantasy lore kind of stuff. You know, it's fun. Yeah, I think it's yeah. I think probably maybe as far as quality of film, it's probably not as good as Winter Soldier. Actually,
I mean, you don't think so?
No, I mean, I probably enjoyed it more though, which is what we're going off of. So yeah, I mean, I think Winter Soldier has got some. I don't know.
In the middle. No. There we go.
Good granny boat.
All right. What is next? Oh, that's
Endgame.
Yep. The finale. So we're probably going to disagree on this. So we'll have to figure out a middle ground for sure.
We're going to disagree on it, huh?
Yeah, because I think you have it a little in your mind rated a little higher than I do.
I liked it a lot. I'd say it goes into second to highest tier for the end battle alone. I mean,
I would be okay with that. I thought you were going to say up here with this one.
Well, it's definitely not as good as Infinity War. I don't think, but I would say it would lead the pack. I mean, I think it's probably better than
Black Panther.
Black Panther, and I mean, I enjoyed Doctor Strange. Honestly, I enjoyed Doctor Strange more than Black Panther. Probably. I mean,
I think my biggest deal is just that Captain Marvel is just so OP. That is the biggest downfall to that movie. That she was the one that had to come in and win it. I think I really like the fight scene in this first one in Infinity War, where everybody's having to really fight him, and she just came in and pummeled him into the ground, kind of, and it just Yeah. She was a little overpowered. I would rather, and I know a lot of them were all taken out, and so they were doing other things, so they had to have a way. I don't know. It was an epic fight scene. Don't get me wrong. I loved it, but I just felt that they could have done better with their.
Well,
balance.
honestly, Scarlet Witch is really over. But they did a better job of keeping her contained with Vision
within the
and
movies.
Whatever else. And all that kind of stuff.
In the show,
that's liable to change in the future.
Yeah, in the show, in WandaVision, she's like...
Well, and there are moments where you see it in MCU. They just... She has some... And this is true of the comics, too. She's got so much mental health issues, to put it simply. But yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I don't know.
Frickin' Mary Poppins, y'all!
All right, so...
It's not as good as the first one.
No, obviously.
It's
good, though.
It is good. I enjoyed it a lot.
It's got some really funny scenes in it.
To me, the thing that makes it... Because it's It's way weaker than a lot of them, honestly, overall. But the thing that makes that film to me is the contrasting father figures, specifically Yondu, and all of that. That's just really awesome. It's really fun and you know and really good. I'd say middle tier still,
bottom of the pack.
or even in the next lowest tier. I don't know.
Yeah, I think either here or here, which is basically the same place.
Thing, identical. Yeah, that's probably true.
Okay,
first one was really fun. It was
Guardians
surprise
for me
hit.
is here, but
I wouldn't say
I know for you it's probably down here somewhere.
I liked it better than Black Panther, but I don't know if I like. Well, I liked it about the same as Doctor Strange, maybe.
I was gonna say this for me.
Yeah, I think so.
We're disagreeing because this would be here for me, at least.
At least up there. We're disagreeing, huh? So we're going.
We'll do yours.
Okay.
We'll do yours.
Well.
All right. So Iron Man 2.
That's pretty
is that
low.
2 or is that 3? This is 3. Right?
That's 2. That's pretty low for me.
I agree. 2 and 3 were kind of low. 3 is a little better.
I wouldn't even hate putting it on the bottom tier. I mean, I think that's going to be a little different for a lot of people. I think a lot of people put it higher.
Remind me who the bad guy is in 2.
So the bad guy is whatever his name is, Whiplash. I can't think of the actor's name. He's a great actor, actually. He basically is Iron Man, but he's got his whips and this whatever, and then it's
okay.
Yeah. Iron Man 3 though is honestly really good. It's not one that a lot of people talk. I know people get mad about the Mandarin fake out, but just stuff with Tony's PTSD and dealing with that and the way that's acted. I would put it.
He's a phenomenal. Robert Downey Jr. is a phenomenal actor.
He is a phenomenal. I would put it in the next highest tier. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even hate it. If we're clearly disagreeing on this, I wouldn't even hate putting it on the top tier personally. Just
really?
Because
Iron Man 3.
Because specifically of the character study, it's got more depth than like Infinity War. It's got more depth than most of these
character depth.
And we don't have to put it in.
No,
we can put it. We can put it over Guardians of the Galaxy. Our 2 disagreeing ones.
There you go.
I don't hate that at all. It's just got again way more character. I know the whole fake out and that was whatever. Honestly, until the fake out, he was kind of a cool villain, kind of terrifying. But yeah.
So what about 1? It's an origin story. It's better than 2. It's probably not as good as 3.
No, I
would say.
Honestly, it's the other than Hulk, of course, which only barely counts in my opinion. But in age, I don't know that it's as good. I don't think I like it as much as like the first Captain America personally. But I don't know. I think you like the character better
of Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean it's a very, I don't know, it's a simple origin story. I mean that's the
Yeah, I could go with it being here somewhere. I agree. I like it better than Captain America. I'd probably put it a little higher.
No, I like Captain America better.
I know you do.
Oh.
I'm saying.
Oh, you agree
I
with
agree
the
I like
I got
Man
you.
better than Captain America.
I follow you. Yeah.
But that's just because of the character.
Yeah. So those 2 flip either way.
Either way. Yeah.
Spider-Man: Far From Home. It was all right.
That's the newest one?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen it, actually.
Oh, well.
Yeah, no. I have. Yeah.
Mysterio.
Yeah, Mysterio. Yep.
Yeah. I don't really like, what's his face? Jake Gyllenhaal. Or what's that? That's not. I don't like Jake Gyllenhaal. What's that guy? What is his name?
The Spider-Man?
No, the Mysterio. What is his name?
Mysterio. Oh, is it Jake Gyllenhaal?
Is it Jake Gyllenhaal? I don't know.
I think so. I don't know.
Whatever the guy's name is, I don't really like him, and I've never really liked the character of Mysterio, even in comics and
I'll look it up.
You know what the best this while he looks that up, and I would love to hear whether you agree or disagree or whether you've seen it. The best Spider-Man ever is not Tom Holland, and it's not what's his face either.
I don't know who you're.
What's the first Spider-Man guy?
Oh,
what's his name?
I
don't know. We're having trouble with names tonight.
Yeah, it is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, I don't really like Jake Gyllenhaal that much. He always has a weird vibe to me. I don't know if it's because of Donnie Darko or something else. But the best Spider-Man is from the 19...
His sister does the same thing to me.
Oh, really?
You know, what's her name? Gyllenhaal.
I don't know.
Anyway, yep. Excuse me, weird.
Best Spider-Man is from the 1994 animated. That's the best Spider-Man.
1994
animated TV show.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. You're talking about Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, he's
not the best either. A lot of people love him. You better be careful.
Well,
you're shooting fires.
I know.
You're firing shots.
I like that movie though. I like the earlier ones for sure. It's
other than the third.
In my opinion, though, this Spider-Man is better than Tobey Maguire. I would have to say.
I like Tom Holland's character quite a bit.
So probably down here. Yeah, or down here.
I don't think it's. I liked it. Yeah, I think it's. Well, yeah, no, I'd say down there. I think, but I don't know. Yeah,
probably as good as Guardians 2, maybe. Well, maybe not even that. I don't know.
I don't think so personally, but
no. Okay.
Far From Home though is probably middle tier or so.
This is not Far From Home. This is.
I mean, not Far From Home. Whatever they're Homecoming.
Homecoming. Yeah.
Yeah, some home. They've all got.
Yeah. What's the next one?
It's something home.
Yeah.
Away from home. I don't know. Yeah. Going home.
Last home. No home. I don't know. Home away from no home.
Home alone. I'd say middle tier probably. Yeah. I mean, it was fun. It was a really fun film.
Honestly, Spider-Man and the Iron Man play off of Iron Man being his mentor.
Yes,
I love.
Added a lot to both characters.
Yes, it adds a ton. It gives Iron Man some a lot more depth. It's just like when you were talking about him in what was it?
Iron Man 3.
In Iron Man 3. Yeah, it gives a lot more depth to his character and a lot more sympathy and compassion for someone else.
The people that I've heard a few people not like Tom Holland's Spider-Man because of his connection to Iron Man. They think he shouldn't be connected. But
all right. So this is the
First Avengers. Honestly, it's kind of like an origin story. Like I would put it with like Iron Man and the first Captain America. I mean, in my opinion, like it was good, but it was kind of generic good, like those. That's what I think.
Agree.
But
I agree. So Hulk, poor Hulk. He is like I love his character throughout the Infinity War stuff.
Yeah,
there's a lot more depth to him.
This film is low on the list for me. I mean, I do think what's his face? What's the actor's name? I do think he's a phenomenal actor. Supposedly, he's
talking about actors.
Supposedly, he's one of those that's supposedly terrible to work with. But
really?
Know. Yeah, that's why. Oh, Edward Norton is his name.
Yeah. No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Edward Norton. Okay.
Yeah, he was the Hulk in that film.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. And then they recast him.
Yeah,
because this is from a long time ago.
Yes, this is technically the first one.
Yeah.
I'd say bottom.
It's
personally
not as good.
Edward Norton to me is a phenomenal actor. But you don't. This is not a good showpiece for him.
I'm trying to think of some other things he is good.
Yeah. So Dark World is the one I was thinking of earlier. Thor: The Dark, where that people would probably put down at the lowest. I would put it below the first Thor and below Ragnarok by a wide margin. I don't know that I hate the idea of putting it in the lowest tier. I think it kind of took what the original Thor but it didn't land, and it had the most generic bad guys of anything, and that's saying something for for the franchise. it's pretty bland. It's I mean I like Lady Sif's character or Sif or Sylph, I don't know, whatever her name is. She's an interesting character, but she's I mean it doesn't matter. Natalie Portman's character doesn't really matter. There's not much growth there, not much depth there. I think I enjoyed it more than a lot of critics did. I mean, because it's widely panned as just being terrible. The thing that I don't mind putting in the low tier, real low tier, is the one interesting lore thing. It just was really flat, and so the ether stuff. They were trying to, which turned into an Infinity Stone later. Shoehorning and making it important and whatever else, and all that stuff. But I don't know. Yeah. So the first Thor.
Yeah.
I liked it pretty well.
I'd say it goes in here somewhere.
Yeah. I remember being. I'd say it goes with the Iron Man and the Captain, all those
Avengers.
Yeah, I actually think that's going to be a not popular opinion. I suspect. I think a lot of people didn't like that film. I remember looking at that movie when it was going to come out. This was back in the early days of MCU, of course, and seeing that it was directed by Kenneth Branagh and thinking, oh my gosh, this is a Marvel movie directed by Kenneth Branagh. I have got to see this movie. That's the most bizarre thing ever. And then you understand once you see the highfalutin, tone of it. Which, speaking of tone, on the last film, the big shift in tone for Thor, which really worked. It's hilarious. It's as far as depth and quality, I don't know that it's high as some of the others, but it is an awfully fun ride. I'm fine with bottom of the second tier.
Yeah,
I mean that's
in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it better than Black Panther. I liked it better than Doctor Strange.
Definitely.
I'd almost say, putting those two down.
Putting it up here.
Yeah.
Putting Captain America higher.
I think personally.
Okay. Higher than it.
No, then I think that's
like that.
That's there's going to be plenty of
our list.
There's going to be plenty of disagreements. Let us. We'd love to talk to you about this.
Yeah.
Down in the comments.
We should totally link this. We'll link this down in the description so y'all can go do it. Share your pictures with us somehow. Save them and
sure. Or just write your list or
write your list
or whatever. Or
tell us which ones we made the worst mistake on.
Absolutely.
What should have been way higher or should have been way lower.
I know there's going to be some disagreements.
I would love some good reasons that some other film should have been in the Infinity War ranking. So,
well, and how many of y'all liked Endgame way more than Infinity War? Because I know you're out there.
Yeah, so, I'm sure there are.
All those things.
Thanks
for watching.
Yep. Have a good day.
See you later. Bye.